Sabelotodo presenta Los Mayordomos del Tango.
It started with dancing disco a long time ago, in the 70s, going on Dance Fever. I'm at a dance studio and they trained me in other dances. And so I ended up being a mambo dancer, salsa dancer. But all this time I was looking for something more until I think it was the 1990s. I met a teacher from Seattle, Michelle Barrion, and she talked to me about Forever Tango. Never heard of it. I thought it was okay, just a Broadway show, but she goes, no, these are real dancers, real people from Argentina, traveling the world. She showed me some steps, and first thing I said to her, that's too much work. You mean I have to lead every step? She started laughing. I said, wait, you'll get it. You'll understand one day. So, now I understand, 20 years later, something like that. Everything I've learned over the years, everything I've ever done in my life, steered me toward tango and understanding it. I would say my first exposure to an Argentine teacher was Fabian Salas in 1997. I think it was 1 year before the movie The Tango Lesson came out. And it was my same friend from Seattle that brought him to Hawaii because when the movie Evita came out, there was a big deal everywhere. Wow, Argentina, movie, Madonna. So I was a racquetball pro at the Honolulu club at the time, part-time job. And I also taught salsa classes. I was walking around the health club and I saw some people having a tango lesson upstairs, but they're doing this, ballroom tango. And I saw some friends. So I said, hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, we're learning Argentine tango. I said, wait, I know someone who actually knows someone that can really teach it. So I put that person in touch with Michelle from Seattle. She brought Fabian Salas to Hawaii. So my first experience with a professional was Fabian. It started me on the path of understanding improvisation, fluidity, all the things that I enjoyed as a dance teacher in my salsa classes. So Fabian, he started me on the right path, and he wouldn't take a penny from me. He gave me private lesson coaching, and he wouldn't take a penny. He says, just remember me when one day you might be famous, which I don't know, but I still remember him to this day, and his smoothness, his liquidity. And that has always been something that's been a part of me. Another huge influence was Carlos Gavito, who was pure poetry. Even just when he spoke to you, the depth, the profoundness of what he said, you could write almost everything he said and you could put it in a book and you would just enjoy reading his words. And plus his style, he said when Luis Bravo approached him about, hey, I got this show, there are all these really sharp dancers, I need something different. He says, okay, I will dance the pauses. So he brought a beautiful aspect to tango, the quietness, the power, the unspoken beauty of tango represented on stage with Gavito and Marcela. So two beautiful styles in direct, let's say, opposite balance of each other. And from both those styles, my style developed in between. The other influence who really woke me up and helped me put everything together was Susanna Miller, who I met in 2002 because she came to Hawaii by mistake. So she's calling me from the airport asking me how does she get to Maui and if I could drive her there. So I picked her up and said, you're on Oahu. That's another island. We don't have a bridge. Got to hang out with her, host her workshops last minute, but all my students showed up. It was an amazing thing. I've never experienced a teacher teaching the way she did. It's the first time I would say someone explained all the different orchestras, the orchestral styles, the use of tandas and cortinas, the códigos of the milonga. She explained everything to me. And she would shake her fist at me, escúchame, George, listen to me. And it was wonderful. She speaks the truth, and I love that woman. She is amazing, the most generous heart ever. She taught me so much. And she came to Hawaii almost every year for several years. And I got to hang out with her, pick her brain, and she would program me how to think like a milonguero, how to understand the lifestyle, not just for the escenario, but rather for tango in general, the people, the history, the culture, the music, even the eras of each orchestra. Each orchestra changes throughout the years, and she taught me so much. I have so much to thank her for. So three of them, Fabian, Gavito, Susanna Miller, those three main influences for me. I surfed a lot. I did all kinds of crazy things. I raced motorcycles, raced motocross. I've done a lot of extreme sports, which I think all helped prepare me for tango. The use of axis, understanding my balance, having precision in movement. Everything I did, I tried to understand it and to make it better. So I think that finally discovering tango after all the other dances I did, I came to a better understanding of tango from life in general. Even, I guess, dealing with people, understanding the human condition. You know, they say tango is a dance of friction. And that's true, both physical and emotional and personality. So there's people you resonate with and people you don't. But that's life in general. So I think one of my best accomplishments was starting to understand people, understanding the arts, teach people, I'd say as a teacher, helping people find who they really are inside. I think that's one of my greatest accomplishments is helping people not to dance like me, but to find who they are and create their own persona and their own special place in this world of tango. Yeah, what tango will offer me or what I can offer tango. I think there's a relationship of balance, of giving and taking. So tango what it can give to me, I think just pure joy to be able to travel to any city in the world and instantly make friends. It's almost as though I can go to a tango dancer can go to any city and find family there. And when I travel, maybe I can give back by sharing my knowledge, whether it's a class or just sometimes just advice or just sharing what I have by demonstrating. Or sometimes there are new dancers who need proper guidance and proper inspiration. So sometimes I will help new people. Sometimes I will train people who have the right type of mindset and discipline and excitement about tango itself. So tango is a dance where it can give you a lot. It also has a way of showing you the harsh realities of life. Sometimes you don't dance perfectly with some people, so maybe sometimes we have to look inside, say, oh, how can I connect better with that person? So tango has helped me grow in that sense to how to connect with people better and also to make this dance more effortless. So I would be eager to travel more and just to experience tango in other cities, possibly even Europe one day. Never been to Europe yet. See, the producer said, well, why do you choose a guy from Hawaii? It's so expensive to fly him here. She goes, well, he understands. Thank goodness that I did not organize it. They remember me in Japan, and no one wants to do it. No one thinks that it's possible.